Hello, and thank you for joining me today. This article is from the Daily Beast, and it's by Blake Montgomery, and it is published on June the 23rd, 2021. Redneck RAVE let me restart that. Stop. Redneck RAVE blah 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 blah. Okay, start. Redneck RAVE descends into throat slashing, implements, and mass arrest. A massive country music festival in Kentucky this past weekend started off on a rocky footing. Police found meth, marijuana, and an open bottle of alcohol in the first vehicle they stopped at a traffic checkpoint. We continue. One of the people in the car had 2 active warrants out for their arrest. We continue. We were like, well, this doesn't bode well for the weekend, Edmonson County Sheriff Shane Doyle told the Lexington Herald-Ledger. Police said that by the end of the 5-day bash, dubbed the Redneck RAVE, 1 man had been impaled, 1 woman had been strangled to the point of unconsciousness, and 1 throat had been slit. In all, Edmonton authorities arrested 14 people and charged 4 dozen people from 5 states. The event, organized by country rapper Justin Time, took place in Blue Holler Off-Road Park and drew a crowd of tens of thousands, dubbing the population of the unincorporated town of Ollie, which is so small it does not have a spotlight. Redneck RAVE promoters bragged that they had sold more than 20,000 tickets. The lengthy get-down, advertised as the biggest country party you'll ever go to, boasted a demolition derby, goldfish racing, and a full-scale football game, as well as a series of concerts. The details of the Redneck RAVE's incidents are grisly. 1 person slit a friend's throat and remains... What the hell? And, sorry, what the fuck? Come on now. Don't do this. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Keep going down, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I moved. So stupid. Okay. 1 person slit a friend's throat and remains at large. A 29-year-old man had allegedly strangled a woman until she passed out. 1 person lost the better part of a finger, and another was impaled when he drove a side by side over a 2 to 3 inch log that broke through the bottom of the recreational vehicle. Paramedics left the log inside of him as they airlifted him to the hospital. Justin Time, whose legal name is Justin Stowers, wrote on Facebook, "This was the biggest event we've ever done, and with as many people and random things that popped up unexpectedly, I feel like we all handled it very well." Doyle told the Herald-Ledger last year's Redneck RAVE there were 2 overwhelmed his staff. He ordered all of his deputies to work mandatory overtime this year and requested assistance from Kentucky State Police. At least 1 person died at the event last year. Another Redneck RAVE is scheduled for October of this year. There were so many intoxicated people, we just decided if dispatch sends an ambulance in, we're sending a deputy in with them, Doyle said. 6 of the festival goers face felony charges, and the sheriff's office filed roughly 30 charges stemming from stemming from drug and alcohol violations. Well, I got to say this. Now, I understand when you have public events like this, things do tend to happen, but when we act like it's just, oh, it's just what boys do, or it's just what girls do, it's just what people do, like, make sure that you apply that to everybody. When everybody's out there trying to have a good time and things go a little bit south, and those people may not look like you, treat it just like you treated this situation. Yeah, there was some arrests. Yeah, there was some drugs. There was some alcohol. Some folks got cut. But hey, no one died. Okay? I want you to have that same energy when you're dealing with everybody else that don't look like you. That's what I want to make sure that you do. I did this story to point out a couple of different things. The way that the media reported it, and to be honest, for this story, I saw this on Facebook, and it was done by TYT. And they did a story on it. And it was the female correspondent, and it was the other fella, not the main thick dude, Chink, I think that's what they call him. Don't get me wrong on that name. I don't know if I said that right or not. But that's the thicker dude. But this one was he thick, but not as thick as the other, as Chink. I think that's his name. But they were reading the story. It is exactly just the way I read it here. And it just seemed like, oh, well, you know, they party, and you know how things can get. It was just so, yeah, we were reporting on the story. We're going to laugh about it, but still, don't take it too seriously. Like, they were more on whether they should have pulled out the log in the guy that got impaled or not. And you shouldn't, because that will and go into more blood loss and most likely death. So you leave that in there if anything like that happens to you. But anyway, like, it was like such a light tone. Like, if it was a black rave and it happened, would it have been reported the same? Would the same words have been used? Would the same laughter and lightheartedness been had while reporting the story? How often would you have seen this story? Because, like, other than this and me typing it in to Google, like, I haven't heard anyone else mention this. I haven't heard anyone mention it. But I wonder if it was a black event and this same issue went down, how this would have been reported. I'm just thinking out loud. Thank you all for listening. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and have a good night.